Now I'm going to show you how to make kosher dill pickles that have been passed along in my family since my grandmother and my mother. The only change on that recipe is instead of 1 bushel of cucumbers for pickling, you use a half a bushel, which makes about 20 jars, give or take a couple. And in the jars, we start off in the bottom, we put in a teaspoon of pickling spice. And you'll have to buy probably 2 to 3 jars of pickling spice in order to make 20 jars, okay? And then after you put the pickling spices in, you put in a chili pepper, dried chili pepper. They're called dehydrated chili peppers. They come in They come in something like this. This is how I got it at the market. And then I use 3 pieces of pea-sized pieces of garlic. That goes in the bottom. And in the bottom, we're going to put in like 2 flowers of dill. And the dill starts like this. I also bought this at the farmer's market. I cut off the heads of the dill, and they're like little flowers. So I put in 2 flowers per jar in the bottom, and then I finish it off after I put the pickles in. And I'm almost done with this jar. I finished putting in the pickles, and you kind of have to put them in like this. And you see when I do it, there's also carrots and celery that I've sliced. And they're like fillers. And so you put them in wherever you can, and you probably put in about 4 slices of celery and 4 slices of carrots, but it doesn't really matter. You know, it's just to fill in the space, and it's also very good when they've been pickled, they're excellent. So now what I'm going to do is put in like a lot of dill on the top. I'm almost done with this jar. So I just press it in there like that. Then I go over to the water that I've already dissolved this kosher salt, which is 1 cup of kosher salt per 4 quarts of water. Right here I have about 8 quarts of water. So then I put in 2 cups of kosher salt. And then I just go like this. I fill it to the top. Like that. And then I cover it with a wide mouth. I have wide mouth jars. So then I use the wide mouth covers. They look like this. And by the way, when you're done with these, just throw them out for next year. You don't want to use the same tops. You have to buy new jar lids. But of course you keep the jars. Then you close them. And we have a special closer to use because you want to get them really tight. Then they're ready to ferment. And you let them sit for about a week. And during that week, every couple of days, you want to turn them upside down to shake them to get everything working together. And they're going to get kind of foggy, and that is just fine. That's great. That means they're working. After a week, you put them in the refrigerator so they get crispy and they kind of start to stop fermenting. So after 2 weeks, your pickles will be like half dills and they'll be ready to go, depending on how you like your pickles. But I love them. After 2 weeks, they're delicious, they're crispy. Enjoy.